And Elohim said unto him, Because you have asked this thing, have not asked for thyself long life, neither have asked riches for thyself, nor have asked the life of thine enemies, but thou hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I give thee, and have given thee, a wise and understanding heart. So there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall there any rise like unto thee. And I also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. Everybody, the fear of Elohim, according to the book of Isaiah, is the source. Solomon proved that the fear of Elohim gives you knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. But it also gives you power and strength and counsel. You see, everybody, when you seek when you seek Yahweh Elohim, and today when we seek Him through the name of His Son, Yahshua, Messiah, we can tap into the Father's divine will and plan for the ages, and tap into the very source that Solomon had. Everybody, when you ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you get it. But notice what happened. Solomon got everything he didn't ask for. Riches, wealth, and global power. Everybody. Solomon, as a historical figure, as an occult figure, however you want to look at it, he had one source for both of them. And that was Yahweh, his Elohim. Hallelujah, everybody. King Solomon served the Elohim of Israel. Now, everybody, what I'm trying to explain to you today is this, is that on one hand, Solomon was a king over a nation. He had some wealth, he had some fame, he had some power, okay? But when he sought beyond, he entered into a different sphere, a different realm, everybody. He blew up the ancient world, literally. Why? Because the fear of Elohim was his source. And so he got his knowledge, understanding, and wisdom to himself, power and strength beyond himself, and thus he was able to do the counsel to all the kings of the earth. Everybody, now you can understand why today that everybody talks about King Solomon, because he was the greatest king, literally, in history. Nobody can match the combined efforts that Solomon had, both on the historical and the esoteric level. He had it all, everybody. And today, that model that King Solomon followed is a prophetic declaration for us in this last generation. And now, everybody, I'm going to tell you today what Solomon had to tell us after going through all this. He gives us an outline. That's going to carry us forward, everybody. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. Remember it says that Solomon had all these proverbs? So he assembled a book called the book of Proverbs, everybody. Okay? We're going to talk about that today. We're talking about the end result of Solomon's understanding. Okay? Proverbs chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and fairness, equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Do you hear the words of Isaiah? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and counsel, and might, discretion. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark or hidden or mystery sayings. Everybody! Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. To understand the hidden things, the dark things, the secret things, the things of mystery. Occult, Kabbalah, magic. Everybody, esoteric knowledge, magical wisdom. Magical knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. To understand dark and secret sayings. Everybody, the power that Solomon tells us, everybody. The power is in the manifestation of the Spirit of Elohim, which He gives to them that love Him, which He gives to them that fear Him. Because Solomon says in verse 7, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge. Everybody, tap into the source today. Tap into the source of all magic. Tap into the Torah and the prophets and the writings, everybody. Tap into the words of Elohim through the Spirit of Elohim and understand these things. Understand deep, secret things of the heavens and the earth, the material, the divine, the visible and the invisible, the earthly, the heavenly. Everybody, tap into the source and understand the words of Solomon are this: the power of magic lies in the power of words. Because it is by words, everybody, that we gain knowledge. And that we add to our knowledge understanding. And we take that knowledge and understanding and we apply it into wisdom and counsel with strength, power, and might. Why? Because we fear Elohim. It is the beginning of the whole process. Everybody, let's open up our minds today and receive instruction. Because it says in verse 7, but fools hate wisdom and instruction. Don't be foolish, everybody. Don't be shortchanged. Don't be gypped. Don't be conned. Don't buy a counterfeit. Don't buy the knockoff. Okay, there's real magical abilities that you can have. And Solomon says it's through the power of words. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and counsel. Proverbs, sayings. Everybody, let's understand that there are 3 words today, which are the 3 pillars that we're going to, as it were, confirm this afternoon. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to put it right up here. Because today, to go any further, now we're going to get into language. Everybody, the word for knowledge in the Hebrew is daat. The word for understanding is binah. The word for wisdom is chokmah or chokmah. Chokmah. Everybody, these are the 3 pillars of the wisdom, knowledge, and power of Solomon. What was Solomon's power? Solomon's power is in daat, binah, and chokmah. Living daat, divine binah, heavenly chokmah. Do you understand, everybody? When you tap into the divine source, you get divine daat, divine binah, divine chokmah. Chokmah. It's all from above. It's about earthly and heavenly things. It's a combination of all things seen and unseen, visible and invisible. All things in all creation and all the universe come together through the power of, everybody ready? Words. Words. Let's write this so everybody can see this in red. Words. Everybody, the power of speech. You say, well, brother Aleph Tav, man, the power of speech, what does that have to do with magic? Well, everybody, through language, through words, through letters, we're able to make words. And out of words, we're able to make sentences. Letters, words, and sentences. Everybody, you don't think this has to do with magic? You don't think there's power in the power of speech? Have you ever noticed that the word grimoire, many of you are familiar with grimoires, right? Many of you are familiar with the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon. The Necronomicon, is that right, everybody? The grimoires, the ancient books, these grimoires. You know, the word grimoire, folks, is a fancy way of saying grammar. Grammar, language, speech, words, letters, words, sentences. Grimoire, grammar. Okay, how about this word? A spell. Casting a spell. Well, when we were in school, we learned how to spell. What? We put letters together to make words. And so we're able to cast spells. How? Through letters and words. How about this, everybody? Many of you are familiar with enchanting or enchantment. And again, the word enchantments, the root word is to chant, to verbalize, to speak, to use language, to chant, to sing words composed of letters into sentences. And here's one: evocation, invocation. To call out, to call forth, to call into. To call, to speak. Everybody, there is the power of speech. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding gives us the power of language, the power of speech. And it is through the power of language, communication, and speech that we work our magic, that we can read our grimoires, cast our spells, do our invocations and evocations, everybody. Ha! Yes, to do our enchantments, we have to be able to speak, communicate, use language to communicate with the unseen powers around us. To, as it were, call upon and be conformed to the divine will from above. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through language and speech, words, letters, sentences, books, reading and writing. Everybody, go back to Genesis chapter 1. Let's see the power of speech. Man was created in the image of his Creator. He's a small-scale representation. And how does the Almighty work His magic? How does He conform the universe to His divine will? Through the science and technology of language. Yes, everybody. The science is the language, and the art is the result of the language. Listen to me, everybody. The pattern is right here in Genesis 1:3. Genesis chapter 1, Bereshit chapter 1, verse 3. And Elohim said, the science of speaking with knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. He's calling forth, and Elohim called forth. He said, let there be light. Using the science and technology of language, of structure, communication, speech, speaking, calling forth, He manifested light because He said, let there be light, and there was light. Hallelujah, everybody. Let's understand, the Almighty uses language to conform and change. He spoke creation into existence, everybody. And because we're made in His image, He's given us the ability, the science of language, to bring about art, manifestations, calling forth and making it happen. What do I mean that? What do I mean by that? Very simple, everybody. Very simple. When you call someone by their name, they usually respond. You see, you use your science, you use your intellect, you use your mind. You have knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. You say, you know what? That person has a name, and if I call them by their name, they're probably going to turn around and look at me. So you use the science of communication and language to call forth, and it manifests in the artful expression of what? Response. And they come over and they talk to you, and they commune with you, and you work your rituals together. Hallelujah. See, everybody, isn't it wonderful? See, Elohim created us like Him, to become Him. to enter into His kingdom, His realm. And He sent His Son, Yahshua, so that all humanity can come into that heavenly, eternal, immortal kingdom and co-create vast, multiple universes.